because they had put their kick return team out there and then tried to substitute back on defense.
I think Waliguano's alerting the official that they're allowed to get the right personnel out, whether it's a punt or not. And now the punt team does come on. But it cost the Lions a timeout.
Not a bad strategy if that was the only reason for that, to leave Kevin Glenn out there.
Bartel the kick. Rainey and Iannuzzi are back, and this will be Iannuzzi, 19-yard line. Brought down at the 25, a 35-yard punt, and the tackle made by Denzel Radford. Have swept the Riders in the last 2 years of 3-game season series. This year, just back-to-back games in the next couple of weeks.
The yards offense per game. 441 yards.
And that sack ratio plus 15. And we've seen a sack by the Lions in this first quarter. Travis Lulay 5 for 5 out of the gate for 88. And Nick Moore can't make that catch off his fingertip for the first incompletion.
It looked like the veteran just rushed that throw a little bit. Went through the play fake, rushed it a bit, and just missed. Missed more out of the backfield. And Antigua might have influenced that throw to try and throw it around his arm.
Forced Travis to go sidearm on the play, 2nd and 10. Moving around the Riders. Open is Arsenault up at midfield, and man, he doesn't want to go down. Finally dropped. They'll rule him contained at the 52-yard line, and he gets up jawing along with Mike Edom, a former teammate.
Lulay's going to have to pay the price here. He's going to get hit waiting for Arsenault to get to that middle. And with Arsenault working in tandem with Chris Williams on the outside, is going to force the DBs like Ed Gainey there to turn and run with Williams.
Arsenault's been playing hurt. Quarterback option. Now for Burnham. Got it. Brian Burnham brings him down in front of Preston Butler.
Riders are just going to have to rely on the matchups. Whether it's Preston Butler taking Burnham, whether it's Javon Johnson out on Chris Williams. Pretty tough if you're playing the BC Lions, or the Riders for that matter, with their receiving core, to double any one of them.
27 to Arsenault, 27 to Burnham. 100 proof lethal on this drive, and now Lulay scrambling, running, sliding, and down at the 12-yard line.
So this has been a debate all week in Saskatchewan. It's been a debate across the country. Which catch is better? Brian Burnham on your right, Deron Carter on your left. Where are you putting your vote, partner?
I'm planted firmly on the fence on this one. Both are just off the charts. Wow. First and 10. Underneath. Rainey couldn't pull it off his shoe tops. That's the final play of this opening quarter. Good one for the Lions, although they have to settle for a pair of field goals, and knocking at the door here. Big play to Chris Williams early. A hot hand for Travis Lulay. And it's 6-0 BC after 15 minutes. Lions already with so many weapons. Add Chris Williams, and it turns out to be a 149-yard passing quarter for Travis Lulay.
Yeah, quite a pace there, and again, it's pick your poison, but I think you could say that about both these receiving cores. Deron Carter just had one catch. It was a quick out for 12 yards in that first quarter, and it was when Kevin Glenn against Toronto trusted him with those 50-50 shots, taking a shot down the field with Deron Carter. Don't be surprised at all to see that in the second quarter.
I think everybody here has been waiting to see what impact Chris Williams can have on this offense, and some early returns are pretty promising.
Well, it opens things up. Even if you're not throwing the ball to Chris Williams with his great speed, it opens up space for his teammates. Great start. First throw of the game went to number 80.
How about that for the Lions? 10 for their last 10 in the red zone. 20 of 25 on the year. Looking at 2nd and 10 here. Late time, flag down, touchdown, Brian Burnham. Let's find out if it stands. Looks like there may have been a hold. Well, we'll find out. No, they're going to celebrate. I think it's
Preston Butler ran into the goalpost and is complaining to the officials that Burnham used the post as a pick.
Offside. Saskatchewan, number 99. Penalties decline. Result of the play is a touchdown.
So A.C. Leonard was offside, and Brian Burnham has his 2nd touchdown of the year. And now the Lions are 11 for their last 11 in the red zone.
Yeah, best team in the league in the red zone. Just incredible their percentage down here. And take a look. Must have lined up offside. Didn't see early movement.
4 for 7 on the 2-point tries, and look at that. Travis Lula gets it done himself.
Jeremiah Johnson and Chris Rainey was he's in there in the red zone on the 2-point conference scenario. Draws so much attention. That opened up that play fake and out around the edge. Brian Burnham with the touchdown. And Preston Butler, who it looked like was in coverage on 16, ran into the goalpost.
Well, it wasn't the catch that will rival Duron Carter, but Brian Burnham of the Lions felt like he has the catch of the year, and he has the first touchdown catch of the game.
Well, take a look at this, Chris. I mean, I'll show you where Brian Burnham lines up. Right there, and Preston Butler is going to cover him, and watch what happens to Butler. Burnham straight down the middle, Butler's turning with him, and then bam, right into the goalpost. Down he goes. That's why Burnham was so wide open. He got up, turned around, looked right at the post, and then tried to get the official, said, is that legal to be able to run that close to the post? But there's no penalty there.
6 plays, 85 yards, the Burnham touchdown, and a 14-0 BC lead. Riders fell behind 10-0 early in each of the last 2 starts, and were determined to avoid that fate here. Return up beyond the 35-yard line.
Well, great to see
Jones, the new coach.
Great to see Travis Lule, Chris, back into that form, that MOP type form, and he loves to play here at home in BC Place. A 20-4 record with a 42-22 touchdown interception ratio and 6 300-yard games when he plays under the tent here in BC Place.
I get the impression he is more confident right now running the football than maybe even 3 weeks ago. Already has carried 4 times in this game for 22 yards in the 2-point conference. So Kevin Glenn's got some work to do to get Saskatchewan back in it. He'll go to Caleb Hawley. Got a block from Rob Bagg. And now made Solomon Elamimian fall down with a nifty shift and 11 yards.
That doesn't happen very often. That's the leading tackler in the CFL, and Caleb Hawley makes him miss in a big way. I mean, he just shakes him here. He gets a block, first of all, to the outside on Stephen Clark. Teammate will come in from left your screen, Rob Bagg. Now watch this move, a little shake and bake, and down goes Solomon Elamimian.
Solomon may have to re-spat after that. Wow. That's some shift by Caleb Hawley. First down, Saskatchewan. Now it's Duron Carter a catch. First man misses. Carter across midfield. And bumped out around the 50, just inside the Lion 50-yard line.
Well, this is start 197 for Kevin Glenn, and understands the sense of urgency. When you drop down by 14 on the road, now that next series is so important, and he looks sharp on the series, and the receivers for him, his weapons, are picking up extra yards after the catch with some nice running.
So Glenn now 7 of 8 for 77 yards. First down Saskatchewan, we see 50, and it's Duron Carter, the fly sweep, and Carter drilled down at the 45-yard line. Stephen Clark on the corner makes the tackle after 5.
The plan for BC was to get Stephen Clark at safety at some point, and that has changed a couple of times. Just coming off the 6th game, and steps up and makes a tackle to try and limit this game.
So 2nd and 5. Riders, 4 receivers to the wide side. Kevin Glenn looking across the middle, and another terrific catch. Caleb Hawley climbs the ladder. Took a jolt at the end of the play, and a little slow to get up after a terrific catch.
Well, if you're a fan of the game of football, you're loving the athleticism from these receivers across the board. It doesn't matter what team we're talking about. Caleb Hawley goes up, and look at this presence of mind. He's looking where the hit comes from. He checks down, he sees Anthony Gator, he's going to absorb that one. He's got Solomon Elmimian coming from the backside. Another great catch.
Sandwiched by Gator and Elamimian, and Hawley getting it. Well, now another Rough Rider getting attention. Hawley bounced up after being shaken up initially. It's Dan Clark, the center, so we'll step aside while he gets some attention. At the half of the GMC professional grade playbook tonight, Henry Burris on the value. Dwayne Ford's writing his material. The value of an outstanding fullback. What about safety? You need some equal time here.
No, that's okay, because they are valuable. 2 good ones in this game tonight. Spencer Moore and Wooly Lombala.
Got a shift on here after Dan Clark goes out. Brendan Labatt to center. Peter Diagowski moves into Labatt's spot, and Darius Platic, the rookie, goes to right guard. Here is Glenn, and intercepted. Lucas Puro. No, it's Anthony Thompson, number 8, the safety, who comes away with the football.
Well, this was a question mark. Anthony Thompson's getting his first start at safety. He's right in the middle of your screen at the top. Just plays Kevin Glenn. He sees Carter coming through his zone and jumps it. Nice catch laying out for that one.
See the importance of
the safety.
Play.
I hear you, partner. I mean, that's a great play by Anthony Thompson. Played the wide side corner all season long.
From now on, that's how you catch.
And BC takes over at their own 13. Wide side for Nick Moore. Lost his shoe, came right out of his shoe. And has 7 to the 20.
Devon Johnson closes quickly from that corner spot. Been trying to handle in that first quarter Chris Williams. And that was the right move by Johnson to make sure that Nick Moore broke inside to where the pursuit was coming from. Gets his tire back on.
By the way, I believe I called him Travis once last week. Travis Moore from a different vintage.
Yes.
No relation.
Yes.
Now Arsenault in his hands. That's a first down catch in front of Ed Gainey.
First 2 games out of the gate in relief of John Jennings. Travis Luley over 400 in both of them. 175 yards already tonight.
Jonathan Jennings starting to throw in practice. And the closer he gets, the better the debate's going to be about who should be starting. Here's Luley pulling it down again. And got a hit as he went feet first. Mwamba doesn't like the call.
Well, it's coming upon the quarterback when he hook slides like this to get down early enough so the defender can see it. This one is pretty close. Mwamba's just to the left of your screen. See how Travis Lule directs traffic in front of him with Jeremiah Johnson.
Roughing the passer. Saskatchewan number 10.
The helmet
15-yard penalties enforced from the end of the run.
Was a
first down.
Timing was real close, but when Mwamba ducks his head like that and leads with the crown of his helmet, that's going to draw a flag every time.
Yeah, whether it was a slide or not, the penalty moves it up to the 49. So it becomes a 23-yard play. And BC, who started deep in their own territory a couple of times, has worked their way out. A mistake here. Johnson went one way, Lule the other, and it's incomplete, intended for Arsenault.
You get a player like Chris Williams returning to the lineup, it just takes everything up a notch, because the rest of the receivers, they start to compete. They start to compete in practice. And they get a chance with the ball thrown in their direction and targeted. They're going after it. I mean, that one, Manny Arsenault, I thought he might go up to about row 10 to try and make that catch.
Well, the Lions talking about how the presence of Chris Williams will tilt coverage, put stress on a defense, and one more big element to worry about. 2nd and 10. 4 for 6 on second down conversions. Anybody home? Lule rolls underneath. Catch made. And Williams scrambles for a first down. Not always a deep threat, but always a threat. $12 more and an injured Rough Rider as Mac Henry will check in and Zach Minter gets attention.
Lule knew he had time there. He had 4-man pressure in front of him. Gets on the move, throws it back against the grain. Four seasons in the CFL for Chris Williams, 4,000-yard seasons.
3 catches, 75 already. In his first half as a Lion. Will step aside as Minter is worked on.
Can you?
I think I've seen it in a long time, those Ottawa Red Blacks.
Got to find a way, though, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Edmonton knows how to find a way. So Minter out. Mac Henry is checked back in. 1st and 10. And a handoff to Johnson. Down to the 44.
Just 5 carries for Jeremiah Johnson in the loss to the Edmonton Eskimos last week for BC. I'm sure he'll get a lot more touches in this one tonight before it's over.
Well, he's got a consecutive touchdown streak on the line. And in one season, Milt Stegall. You remember him?
He won't let you forget him.
Quick contact on Johnson. That time separating him from the football.
I'm just kidding, Milt.
The other men ahead of Johnson did it over 2 seasons. Sean Millington, who has the Lions record at 9.
Chris, that was a monster stop by this Saskatchewan defense. This turns into 21-0, and it starts to slip away on them. They needed to get Travis Lule off the field and got it done with lots of time left in this first half to get some points on the board.
So Carter back, Ty Long drills it, and this one's going to go through the back for a single point. And it's a 15-0 BC lead. Well, you've heard a lot about the catch, but there's a key element of the Duron Carter catch that you might have overlooked.
I think it was a very, very acrobatic catch. I think the one thing that everybody's leaving out is the type of ball that had to be thrown in order for him to be able to catch the ball like that. You know, you can't throw just a normal pass. You know, you have to give some credit to the trajectory of the ball and how high it was for him to get his hand underneath the ball.
That's beautiful. It was all about the trajectory.
The clip of the year.
Handoff inside. Cameron Marshall not going anywhere. Chandler Fenner has been on fire of late for the Lions. Last 3 games, 24 tackles. That's the most in a 3-game span of anybody in the league. So a passing down here, and Kevin Glenn 16 yards away from overtaking Ron Lancaster on the all-time list. By the way, the interception on the last series extends the Lions streak. They have a pick in 6 straight. Glenn to throw, out into the flat. It is Marshall, and he'll be close to a first down. Looks like they're going to mark him a 2 yard short, an 8-yard pickup, and Chris Jones wants to get a good look at that spot to see if he's in a gambling mood. And the punt team comes on.
Yeah, that's too long to gamble at this point. Field position important.
First 2 and out of the night. Just a pair of 2 and outs for Saskatchewan last week against Toronto. Chris Rainey backpedals inside his 20, 47-yard punt, and Rainey back across the 30-yard line, a 13-yard return. Jonathan Jennings throwing in practice, and Farhad Lalji will have an update on his condition when we come back.
Round like a circle in a spiral, like a wheel within a wheel.